Finally, TINUBU crippled the Fulani Caliphate by this way, the issue of firing those chief of staff and chief of defense and all those army commanders in chief. So the way he fired them, he removed them, it is a big blow to the Fulani Caliphate, because it is not what they are expecting. It is not what they are expecting. They think that it is just like the way they used to do before, although they have given them enough time to see if they can wipe out those Fulani herdsmen, those terrorists moving everywhere with guns and with machetes, buying people here and there. But since then, they have not done anything. Instead of it, you're just to complain and to complain. And if you look at this CDS Musa and the chief of defense staff, what they know is all about Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB. So the main people that they need to focus on, they need to fight on, they don't used to fight them. The main people that is causing problem, they don't used to look at them. So what they used to look into is only the issue of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. Any little thing they will say ESM. But the main people that is terrorizing the country, they used to pamper them, leave them around. So they'll be walking around everywhere. So this our activist is going to explain a lot of things concerning what is really going on, and this issue of firing those chief of staff and the rest of them, those that are in top in rank. So don't go anywhere, because this video will really expose a lot of things for you. So don't go anywhere, sit by and watch it to the end, so that you will understand the real thing going on in Nigeria. So as you watch, try to like, comment and share the video to go around. Let everyone see things happening in Nigeria. Thank you.
TINUBU finally amputates the Fulani. Of course, he left them empty-handed in the scheme of things, as he has to do with security positions in Nigeria. This is sequel to the new arrangement after the man TINUBU fired the 7 chiefs. One is that currently the new chief of defense staff is General Olufemi Oluyede, the man from Ikere local government area of Ekiti State. But I want to say that we have seen some level of balancing in this new arrangement. We can clearly see that an Igbo man is the current chief of air staff, and someone from Cross River is occupying a very strategic position in the area of security arrangement. But to have it, the new chief of army staff is Y. Shaibu, of course, a man from Kogi State in Olomoboro local government area of Kogi State, and they say it's the Yoruba speaking part of Kogi State. So by extension, they are saying it's a Yoruba man. The other one have to do with the chief of air staff, of course, talking about Sunday Kevin Aneke. This man is from Udi local government area of Enugu State. You can clearly understand that why. You can clearly understand why I say I think we are seeing some level of balancing in this arrangement. We are actually seeing another one talking about chief of naval staff. We are talking about Idi Abbas from Nasarawa local government area of Kano State. Of course, we understand that this man is an Hausa man, not a Fulani man. So it means what we are looking at is we want to see the courage of the new service chiefs to confront the monster called the militias as we go forward, because it is believed that once we bring in new blood, of course, they should come with new strategies. Then let us equally look at the chief of defense intelligence, Major General Akomoye Paka Udeye. Of course, the man is from Obudu local government area of Cross River State. That's why I told you that we can see someone from Cross River State occupying a very vital position. Talking about the chief of defense intelligence. Then if you go further into other areas, though I've mentioned, of course, we understand that Rubadio from Adamawa is the National Security Advisor. The one is that Alberto Kun, the IG of police, is from Ogun State. Going forward, we understand that the man Ajayi, the Director General of DSS, is from Ogun State as well. And of course, I understand that Ajayi made it very clear the other time that going forward, communities should be empowered to be the first line of defense in case of invasion by militaries. And I want to believe that that, in a way, has shaped the mind of the president when the president came up with the idea of forest guard that is already in process. But but looking at other areas, we have the one that has to do with the National Intelligence Agency. He's saying from Kwara State, Yoruba speaking part of Kwara State. Then if you go to the DG of Custom, that's the General of Custom, of course, from Ogun State as well. That is, then if you go to the General of Immigration, that one is from Ondo State. If you go to the Controller General of Fire Service, we are talking about someone from Osun State. I think from what we are seeing, the man, TINUBU himself, have taken full charge. Because under the last administration of Muhammadu Buhari, we saw a heavy marginalization of the South. To the extent that all avenue to make a Buhari see reason why he should do some level of balancing met brick wall. So from what we are seeing, is like a Buhari is having his match. Well, let me quickly bring out some areas where a Buhari used his power to take almost all the security positions to the north. Talking about the Chief of Army Staff under Buhari, it was from the north. The NSA, National Security Advisor, from the north. ESC from the north. Defense from the north. Chief of Air Staff from the north. Police from the north. National NSCDC. Talking about Civil Defense Corps is from the north. DSS from the north. NIS from the north. NIP from the north. FROSC from the north. Fire Service from the north. Then we understand that NEMA from the north and even Custom from the north. This is what Buhari did his time. So I think it is very clear that even as you can see some level of opposition from the north who are currently not satisfied with the current arrangement, the question is, when Buhari was doing it, why did they refuse to speak up? Like I said, that now most of them have become activists, advocates of the north, like the former National Secretary of National Health Insurance Scheme, who is now very vocal, even saying that the man TINUBU is alienating the north and that it comes with consequence. One thing that the consequence is talking about has to do with the election of 2027. But I want to say it clearly that it is irrespective of how the north feel, that going by the tacit agreement that exists between the north and the south, that 2027 is still a certain turn. I understand that actually, because some people will argue that there's no constitutional provision that says that a particular region or zone will occupy Aso in a particular dispensation. But I want to say that there's an understanding or written agreement, a tacit agreement that exists between the north and the south, that says that if the north govern for 8 years, the south will have to govern for 8 years. I think that must explain the reason after an Obasanjo governed for 8 years, we saw the north taking over or took over under the government of Yar'Adua. And after Jonathan, 6 years, we saw a Muhammadu Buhari who governed the country for 8 years. Now, TINUBU is in the saddle in his first 4 years. So I want to say that the North must learn how to tolerate other people in power. The North must learn how to endure when they are out of power. We can clearly see some level of desperation, some level of push from the North. And all their intention is to ensure that they get back the power. Because I can clearly say that with 100% conviction that an Atiku will definitely contest this election. Talking about the 2027 election. So all the rigmarole, all the gimmicks of trying to say that if a younger person wins him in the primary, that he will support the person. I want to say that those are political gimmicks. Because even Senator Shehu have come out clearly to say that you cannot beat an Atiku in the game of primary. Because we all know what transpired during PDP primary in 2023, in the period of the 2023 presidential election. So I want to say that it will be a Herculean task. It will be like trying to make the head of a camel to pass through the eye of the needle to say you are beating Atiku in party primary. So I think it speaks volume of the fact that an Atiku definitely going to be on the ballot, possibly from ADC platform. When we look at the likes of El-Rufai, who have finally become a serious advocate of the North. I want to say that the likes of El-Rufai, the likes of Atiku were in the vanguard under APC to oust a Jonathan out of office in 2015. So the question is, why should the likes of Atiku, the likes of El-Rufai, now trying to hobnob with a Jonathan? We now understand that the other time, El-Rufai's son was emphatic when he said that when the father wanted to consult with Jonathan, that is told the father that he should please apologize on his behalf to Jonathan, because according to him, that he was naive when he criticized Jonathan in the past. Now the question is, Jonathan is no longer in the saddle, though there are speculation out there that he may be contesting. But it's not clear if he's actually contesting, and if he intends to contest, which platform is he going to use? Because to have it currently, PDP is in disarray, and PDP is the party through which he governed Nigeria in the past. ADC is under the control of Atiku, if I may say. So under which platform will he come? Because it stands currently, is unclear whether even PDP will get a presidential candidate for the purpose of 2027 presidential election. Because we have it, even their convention that is supposed to come up by November is already been threatened. Because the man Wike have said it's not part of it. We have already seen some stakeholders from Jigawa State who have come out heavily to criticize the consensus candidate of chairmanship position that is coming from the North. So if they are not able to speak in one voice, and eventually they go ahead with the Ibadan convention and perhaps a chairman emerge, there's every likelihood that the likes of Wike will drag the party to court. And we have seen the impact of Wike from the beginning up to this point, that anything he stands on in PDP, he always have his way. For instance, Damagu, who is now the substantive chairman, struggled all through, and he had Wike backing. At the nick of time, the PDP stakeholders, including governors, had no option other than to make Damagu a substantive, or rather the substantive chairman. I would say that it can be possible that the Wike want to drag it to the point where they will even want to allow a Damagu to continue as substantive chairman leading to 2027 presidential election. And if that happens, it's going to show that PDP may not have candidate, because Wike have made it very clear that for the purpose of 2027 presidential election, that's going to work for his principal, his master. Talking about Senator Amebola Tinubu, who is the current president, who understand that Wike is a minister under his government. So the question is, PDP may not even have a candidate for this forthcoming election. So it goes to show that even a Jonathan may not come. Even now that we are seeing so much pressure from stakeholders from his region, trying to prevail on him to drop his ambition. You understand that it was widely publicized about the man, Tompolo, who went to pressure him to drop his ambition. And according to the source, that Tompolo made him understand that he will not have the support of the people for his region. And secondly, that TINUBU is performing. That's another conversation, but I'm just trying to quote what was reported. So it's not very clear whether Jonathan will contest. More so, as the chairman, as the governor of his own state, talking about Doro Jiri, have still resigned from PDP. And all indication points to the fact that he wants to defer to APC. So the way it is it's unlikely that a Jonathan will contest. Because we saw even the backlash that follows Atiku's ambition in his own home state. Maybe this is why they say Tinubu is a master strategist. Because in all of this, Tinubu have been accused of having hand in almost all of this. Because we had a situation where the governor of Adamawa State, where Atiku hails from, Amadu Fintiri, who of course leveraged on the popularity of Atiku to get that position in 2023, can rise to the occasion and strip Atiku of a very highly respected title. Talking about the Waziri Adamawa, of course I understand that after the highest emir in Kano, that is the second highest position anyone can attain to in terms of chieftaincy position. So for the governor of a state to look at Atiku in the face and say you are no longer the Waziri Adamawa, maybe this is why they say Tinubu is a master strategist. And if you look at what happened in, of course, Biafra State, where the governor Joe Odiri already resigned from PDP, I think he equally point to the angle where they why they say the man Tinubu is a master strategist. But however I look at it, the event that will shape 2027 presidential election is already setting in. Even Obi is another major contender, but the way it is not very clear where he wants to actualize his ambition. Because to speak, Labour Party is in disarray. I understand that he's already a member or rather part of the coalition of ADC, but he cannot beat Atiku in that primary. If Atiku eventually decides to contest, and I want to believe that Atiku will definitely contest, because we have seen Atiku in the past saying that his government, if he becomes the president, that is going to give the youth a priority attention. That is an indication that he's going to contest definitely. So in all of this, it's going to show that the Fulani man is no longer comfortable that they're out of power, that they are making every serious and strategic move to stay back to Aso Rock. But I think in all of this, what is paramount and ultimate is the ability of the current government to fight and defeat insurgency. Particularly this one that is occasioned by Fulani militias. Because you have it, Kwara is like a no-go area in the Falodo local government area and some part of the state. So I want to say that beyond changing 7 chiefs, beyond politics, the new 7 chiefs must know that they have enormous tasks in their hands to protect lives and properties of Nigerians. Even though we know that the president is the president and the commander of the armed forces, and it behoves on him to protect lives and properties of Nigerians, but we know that he does this through his service chiefs. That's why I'm saying that if the service chiefs refuse to perform or fail to perform, the president should not waste time ensuring that the way out of the various offices they now occupy. Because once they know that they are staying in their office will be based on their performance, their competence, the results they bring out, they will be up and working to do that. I must say that they must hit the ground running from the very first day they get the appointment, because we are raising against time to save Nigerians from the dark world of insurgency. But let me.
Oh yes, this Samani have explained a lot of things. They have explained a lot of things that is the main thing in this issue. So the chief of army staff, those one that they have changed, we believe that they are going to work well, not like those ones that every day they will be on all the host media giving talk every day as if they are now broadcasters. So those new service chief, they change. We believe that they will perform more than the past ones. And the issue of reason of Mazdam Kano, that is what we need. That is what we need for the southeast to be cool, to be okay, so that let everything start working. Not when they now come in, before you know they will start claiming ESN every day, ESN. But the main people that they need to look onto, they will not look onto them. Those Fulani terrorists that is moving everywhere, buying people everywhere, they will not even talk about those ones. It will be something that they will be jumping. So we need improvement and we need a change starting from now. So I would like to hear your comments down below. Like, and share the video to go around, and make sure you subscribe and you turn on the notification for more of our video that is coming up. And thank you for watching.